Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, February 11th, 2020. Hope you're having a blessed morning so far. It's just about 27 minutes on to 7. This Tuesday is just getting started for most of us, but hopefully the start is signs of good things to take place today, yes? Good morning to the folks joining us on the GBN television, channel 7, 11, and 20, the loyal listeners of Classic 105.5 and 105.9, and those of you that usually join us on Facebook, head on over to the YouTube channel, Grenada Broadcasting Network, and you'll get all the action, all the GBN action, all past shows and programs, news stories on the GBN channel, so be sure to check it out. Want to say good morning to the folks across the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Antigua, Anguilla, Dominica, Barbados, Guyana, Martinique, Puerto Rico. Yeah, I think that's all that's on the top of my head. And those of you internationally, the US, Canada, Switzerland, Sweden, Germany, Britain, London, Spain, Japan, China, North and South Korea, whereas Germany, Belgium. Good morning, everybody, no matter which part of the world you are, even if you're in space. Good morning to you as well. Good morning, everybody. It's a good day to have a good day on this blessed Tuesday. I could never get enough of this song, Mr. Golden 473. That's why I brought it back this week. Yep, it's a lovely song. Good morning to the folks on the Sister Isle, getting ready for Kayak Mass, the place heating up, the vibes live and in charge. Let's get it started, guys. You know the drill. It's time for Word of the Day. This morning's Word of the Day, blench. Blench, B-L-E-N-C-H, blench. It's a verb which means to shrink, flinch, or to quail. Blench, B-L-E-N-C-H. The history of the verb blench is complicated. The uncommon Old English verb, which means to cheat, deceive, is a direct source of the Middle English blenchen or blenken, which means to move suddenly, dodge, avoid, mislead, or deceive. The various Middle English forms yield both English blench to shrink, flinch, and blink, to wing the eyes, or be startled. Word of the day, blench, an example of the use of the word. But art historians should not blench at the sight of dreadful paintings, any more than doctors should blench at the sight of blood. Another example, the actor blenches as he reads the instructions. So the word of the day this morning, blench, B-L-E-N-C-H, a verb which means to shrink or to flinch or to quail, an unsteady eye that blenched under another's gaze. Blench, you know when you say you cower? Yeah, you cower in fear, or you shrink when you see the lash across eye you're getting. Blench. That's the word, blench. All right, let's see what's the thought of today. The thought of the day is, your best teacher is your last mistake. Your best teacher is your last mistake. It's an opportunity to learn from things, grow from it. Don't just see it as a mistake and something that would probably set you back. Just learn from it. Take a few pointers, maybe approach it differently, approach it from a different angle, a different road, a different path, and just learn from your past mistake, and it will definitely help you go one step further in whatever it is that you were trying to achieve, one step in advance. Develop what you were developing, and that mistake would not just be a mistake, it would be a lesson. So remember the thought today, your best teacher is your last mistake. Let's see what's celebrated today. As I get into that reminded me of one of my little friends that I met over the weekend, Ashley Regis. I met her over the weekend in St. David, a little pretty little thing. Oh, I love her skin tone. The melanin was popping. Good morning, Ashley. Have a good day in school today. All right, let's see what's celebrated today. Today it is a few things, actually. Let me just point out a few of them. One, International Day of Women and Girls in Science. Say hooray for chlorophyll, because February 11th is International Day of Women and Girls in Science. This day is an opportunity to place a much-needed focus on the accomplishments of women and girls in science. We should also take a chance to discuss the improvements society can take to increase the number of women in science and better help them succeed. Have some fun today by learning about female scientists and support young women in pursuit of a STEM career. That's a good one today. International Day of Women and Girls in Science is a field dominated by men, but once the young ladies get into it, they do big things. They stamp their names and they stake their claims on the field. So good morning to the women and girls who are into science and are excelling in it and have a passion for it. Good morning to you guys. Today it is Guitar Day. Guitar Day. No doubt modern titans belong on any list of greatest six slingers to ever tune up and jam, and we'll give them their due. But there's more to guitar than just the players. There's a fascinating history of an instrument that's as versatile as any in music, not just in various forms and amplifications. It is Guitar Day, and it is also Make a Friend Day. Make a Friend Day. To paraphrase, there are no strangers in the world, just friends you have never met. We must never stop making friends. That's why National Make a Friend Day is so important. A new friendship can open you to new experiences. Friends can help us through challenging times. They provide us with the comfort of a safe emotional space where we can be ourselves. Good friends are our biggest treasures. Make a special effort on February 11th to meet or at least talk to someone new. Your life could change forever. That's a good one. Make Friends Day. Sometimes you never know the kind of friends you may get, and they end up being some of the best people in your life. They come just at the right time to do something that maybe another friend not able to do, or to comfort you in a time when you needed comforting. There are some friends that come along right on time. And today is a good day to see if that friend is made. Today, February 11th, 2020. It is Make a Friend Day, so at least talk to somebody new, whether it's on the street, in your job, somebody comes into your workplace today. You know, they say when your spirit just give with somebody, you might just get that zing today and make a new friend. Before we take the break, let me quickly tell you what's happening. The best of three, or the third game in the best of three final of the secondary schools basketball has been pushed back from today to Thursday, God willing. It will see defending champions GBSS taking on Presentation Brothers College. Both teams have a win apiece in the tournament, and the winner on Thursday will determine the 2020 champions. The third place playoff in the girls division takes place from 2 p.m. on Thursday before the final matchup between GBSS and PBC. In the female division, Anglican High School was dethroned. Happy Hill Secondary are the new female division champs in the secondary schools basketball tournament. The female division was played in a round-robin format, with HHSS coming up victorious, Anglican High finishing second, and the third place will see Grenville Sec and Wesley College going head-to-head for the third place title. And just as a note, remember the fourth and final audition for Grenada's Top Talent takes place in Guave St. John from 10:30 a.m. this weekend. Walk with your music, walk with anything that you may need, just in case you want to go and compete. Yes, so remember, this weekend in Guave from 10:30, the Anglican School, the St. John Anglican School, is the fourth and final audition of Grenada Top Talent. Alrighty, let's get ready for the break. Before we go into the news, remember we have introduced a new feature here on Good Morning Grenada called Fast Facts, and that's coming up next. And straight after that, we get into the news. Those of you on radio, the morning edition of news, and those of you on television and the YouTube channel, we bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. This is Good Morning Grenada. Let's get into Fast Facts. Keep it locked right here to Classic and the GBN.
North Korea and Cuba are the only places you can't buy Coca-Cola. Details in Fast Facts next. No matter where you go, it's comforting to know you can always enjoy a Coca-Cola. Well, almost anywhere. Ever since it was first created by John S. Pemberton in 1886, Coke has been a favorite, and starting in the early 1900s, it slowly grew into a global phenomenon. Today, there are two places where you still can't buy Coke: Cuba and North Korea. But that wasn't always the case. Coca-Cola opened its first bottling plants in Cuba in 1906, but pulled production in 1962 because of a trade embargo, not long after Fidel Castro took over the country. Since 1950, North Koreans haven't been able to buy Coke either. thanks to the Korean War breaking out that same year. The only thing that has ever stopped Coca-Cola from being sold is politics, getting in the way of business. With conflicts like World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War effectively ceasing production in some countries. Despite political circumstances, Coca-Cola managed to sell its wares almost everywhere, although the company's advertising looks different in each of the over 200 nations where it operates. And that's Fast Facts.
Good evening, this is News at 7. I'm Kenroy Batiste. A woman has been arrested and charged in connection with weekend house fires at Subies in St. Andrew. Gillian Lamkin, 46 years, of the said address, appeared at the St. David's Magistrates Court today, Monday, the 10th of February, charged with 2 counts of arson. Unconfirmed reports saw that the woman, after recent lovers' spat, set fire to one house, which led to the other being set ablaze. The houses are located adjacent to the Chinese housing scheme in Subies. Lamkin was remanded to Her Majesty's prisons and is scheduled to return to court on Friday, the 21st of February. Well, hundreds of Grenadians converged at the Karani James Athletic Stadium on Friday to celebrate Grenada's 46th anniversary of independence, under the theme Preparing for the Future through Empowerment, Growth and Long-Term Sustainable Development. Here's more in this report.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, during his independence address, accused some fractions of society of being irresponsible. He was speaking in light of the present health situation as it relates to the coronavirus outbreak. In his view, the intent appears to be less focused on nation building, which Dr. Mitchell encouraged should be the focus at this time. The PM calls for working together collectively.
It is alarming and nothing short of mischievous that elements among us, some of whom we expect to demonstrate a greater level of responsibility, are using this situation to create panic, fear, and distrust among our people by making irresponsible statements that have implications for the health of the nation's people. Those persons are playing on the emotions of our population that is already concerned about their own vulnerability.
During his independence address, the PM indicated that they have taken steps at Grenada's ports of entry in an effort to protect citizens from the coronavirus.
With the rapid escalation of the infected persons and the geographic spread of those affected, this has become a global health emergency. Here in Grenada, government has taken decisive action to help prevent this disease from penetrating our borders and affecting our people. We are guided, sisters and brothers, by the expertise of the organizations such as the World Health Organization, the Pan American Health Organization, the Caribbean Public Health Agency, and our own Ministry of Health.
As the country celebrates 46 years, the Prime Minister provided insight on the implementation of a non-partisan National Sustainable Development Plan that sets out 3 strategic objectives required to address challenges.
Next 15 years of our continued independence and growth as a nation will be aligned to this plan, and which has been endorsed by you, the people of this country. Perhaps the most important among these cross-cutting issues that will touch every citizen and visitors alike are healthcare, education, infrastructure, crimes against our children, and unemployment and underemployment.
Christina John, GBN News.
Grenada is on the road to having its national wear. 1 year ago, the idea was thrown out to local designers who grasped the opportunity and submitted designs. From the list of submissions, one male designer is in the lineup of the 5 designers. The 5 designers and the designs were featured during the Independence Day celebrations last Friday at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. Christina John has another report.
The race is on to see whose design will become the national wear of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique. From a list of 15 submissions, it's now down to these 5: Talisha Alexander, Vanel Coffey, Tamara Prosper, Jamela Douglas, and duo Jarrell Langa and Samson and Mary Joseph. In an interview with CEO of the Grenada Cultural Foundation, Shama Wells, on Monday, she spoke of the criteria for selection. Despite contrary belief, Grenada has never had a national wear, she says.
And we figured that there are certain things about us that have evolved that ought to be part of this whole process. We're talking about the fact that we talk about ourselves as being pure Grenada now. We talk about the kind of food that we eat, the various iconic things that we have established over the years, or national colors, which would not have been a part of a French-oriented national wear from way back when. So there are a number of new elements that we want to see portrayed in who we are as a people. For example,
the judging panel comprised a designer, a historian, someone who is a cultural icon, and one individual from the festival board. Ms. Wells explained that the general public will also have a say in the final selection process.
Now getting to the stage where they will receive a small stipend, and that would be for the making of the garments that were chosen. So the garments that we expect them to be made within a particular period of time. In the interim, we will be exposing the drawings to the public so that they can have their input as to the final selection as well. It is key that Grenadians have that opportunity to determine what we are going to wear as our national wear.
The final design should be made known by the 3rd quarter of this year. In the meantime, Wells says they will be providing guidance to the designers.
Once we have gotten to the stage where the garments are made, we're planning to do a fashion show so you can actually see the actual garments. And of course, we will determine or come to the conclusion of what is a national wear. We're looking at somewhere within May, June to complete and finalize on this. So next Independence or the next major occasion, maybe your Carnival, Queen is going off to a competition, or even for the Dubai Expo that is coming up, we can boast our national wear in a very proud way.
Christina John, GBN News.
This to report the Made in Grenada Expo is one of the most looked forward to aspects of Grenada's independence celebrations. This event, the exhibition of local products, is into its 7th year. Christina John with this report.
Agro-processors, craftsmen and women, farmers, artists and even cooks welcomed the opportunity to showcase their talents through locally made items. They were among those at the Karani James Athletic Stadium on Independence Day last Friday. GBN was privileged to speak with some of these budding entrepreneurs on their creations, all made from local raw materials, and in some instances, the health benefits that can be derived from some of these products. Meet Henry Bernard, a producer of breadfruit and cassava flour, a number of locally made herbal and ginger tea bags and oils. He explains some of the health benefits.
You can use the oil to drink because it's also good for your pressure, good for your Alzheimer's. The turmeric tea bags is good for you because it's good for your pressure. It's a cleanser.
One man's trash could be another man's treasure, as Brenda Noel chooses to recycle into something viable.
Okay, what I do is I use recycled materials to make handbags, vases, trays, and other stuff that you get to put, like a vase holder and stuff like that. So let's say for this bag, it's made out of cardboard, and it's a bag that you can take to work or you can take anywhere with you because it's very durable.
This group of agro-processors from the Sister Isle Carriacou brought a variety of sweet treats to the table. New to some, Judith Date tells of some of her products that is a must-buy now on the market. Date expressed gratitude to the farmers, drivers and ministry personnel on the Sister Isle for their efforts in this venture.
One of the unique products is the most precious product now is the watermelon sugar cake. We use the white of the watermelon to make the sugar cake, and it's a selling product. We have things like mango stew, tamarind stew, golden apple stew, all the different stew. We have them asham, tamarind ball.
The independence celebration in Grenada could not be complete without the national dish, the oil down, which was also a feature at the Made in Grenada Expo. Locals and foreigners alike indulged in the delicacy. All in all, these entrepreneurs welcomed the initiative of the Made in Grenada Expo, where they were also able to capitalize on a few extra dollars.
I feel very proud because at the end of the day, hard work pay off. When you make the sacrifice and then you see the end product, you really feel proud. And then when you get the encouragement and the people purchase you stuff, that's the finished part where you feel satisfied.
The Made in Grenada Expo, it's a great initiative. It's a good forum for people to come to exhibit their products. You know, sometimes there are some people who have some very good innovative products with very good potential, and it's in one part of the island. Many people are not aware of it, but coming here, it's a forum where many people from different parts of the island can see a product. It's more exposed. You know,
To be part of the expo and promote Carriacou.
Christina John, GBN News.
Over the weekend, social media platforms were abuzz as the international king of soca, Mr. Killer, announced that he will not be defending his title come Fantastic Friday. Fans around the world have expressed their views on the king opting out of the competition. Akeisha Felix has been following the story.
Hollis Map, Mr. Killer, who has been competing since 2002, brought shockwaves on social media platforms over the weekend after he issued a release stating several reasons he chose to opt out of the 2020 International Soca Monarch scheduled for February 21st in Trinidad and Tobago. However, on Sunday, the king took to Instagram, where he explained to fans that his withdrawal has nothing to do with fear of competing, but more so respect.
So I's a warrior by heart, mind and soul. It's the street I come from. You understand? It's the street I come from. There was a time in my life when I was 16 years on the streets of New York, work for gangsters. No, I've been competing from since 2002. I've been a part of competitions from since and traveling the world even before I came to Trinidad and Tobago, doing shows worldwide. I was able to go to the vines and find my way inside of the competition because I say, yeah, what? If I am competing for all the years I've been in competition, look up, for all the years I've been in competition, I give my full 100. You have times when I go in competition and I say, you know what, this year another man could win, and that's all right. That's a part of the game. That's a part of the competition. A warrior is in my blood. Fighter is in my blood. But freedom is the code. And strength is the code.
Mr. Killer, who is well known for his breathtaking performances, says while many challenges were faced in the successful execution of his 2019 presentation at the ISM, he gave a preview of what would have been his presentation on Fantastic Friday.
If I gave you all of that last year, you don't think that my fans deserve, and I as a Soca Monarch king and champion deserve to give the people everything? If I give them 1,000 this year, I'm supposed to give them 2,000. You understand? % of myself. My presentation. Boom, the trumpet sound. You see out of the skies light, dressed in a white and red, gold flickering down my chest. The understand coming out of the sky, the storm. For when the soca breeze blow on the stage, last year I gave you a castle on stage. This year I give you a whole built village on stage. Whole village built on hydraulics. Listen to me. Built on hydraulics. And when I say sway, every house, every tree, every something that is on stage going to lean to the side same time. You hear me? In my sound when I say, hey, you what now? Lift up everything. Call it soca aviation. When I say lift up everything on the stage on hydraulics supposed to lift automatically. This is my presentation. Take it to a whole nother level.
Mr. Killer spoke highly of the former chairperson of the ISM, Fian Lyons, who stepped down in January 2020. Meanwhile, Grenada has Looney Spark and Electrify competing in the power category and Skinny Banton in the groovy. Akeisha Felix for GBN News.
The HEON project will soon be accepting scholarship applications from students who need assistance for their tertiary education. Rena Pear tells us more.
Helping Empower Our Nation, HEON, aims to assist in empowering and educating young people across the island. The non-profit organization for the past 5 years not only offers financial support, but mentorship as well, supporting students wishing to attend the TA Marischal Community College or NULO. Colleen Perriman-Rose, Public Relations Officer and co-founder of HEON, says as of April 2020, applications can be accepted.
We have applications begin in April for persons who may not be waiting on CXC results because they finished school already. So April to, I think, sometime in July when they get, they can actually apply before they get their CXC results. So you apply, and then when you get the result, you send it in for us because selection process is in August. And it's so late because we need the CXC results to determine who we're going to choose. So Google form again, or we have physical application forms that they can collect for members, or we email, they print, etc.
Rose also outlined the application and selection process.
They apply through the forms. They have to get a reference or two from teachers, community members, etc. And then we have a panel. Usually we try to get a panel of persons outside of the project where they would sit and they would rate each application. And we would select from there. They also have to write an essay saying what their intention is regarding their program, regarding their after TAMCC NULO dreams, etc. And yeah, we take it from there, and our panelists select the applicants through their rating scale, and we give the recipients feedback after Carnival.
The public relations officer also stated that while they assist the students financially, they are also instilling the seed of giving back.
We also believe in giving back and paying the way forward, as I said. So none of our recipients get a free ride. In order to be a beneficiary for the 2 years, and most times the program is that, they have to do a community project within their first year. Whether they do it by themselves or they partner with each other to do it, they have to give back to their communities. And that way we know that, we're not working in vain. We're actually planting seeds of paying the way forward, and we're creating a better Grenada.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
The National Water and Sewage Authority, NAWASA, has welcomed a project manager for the G-Cruise project in Grenada, as work will commence for the upgrading of the island's water sector under the Green Climate Fund project. Communication Supervisor Jamila Lewis explains that this transformational project, with a value of $125 million, is the single largest investment in the island's water sector to date, and will ensure that there are significant upgrades to certain systems throughout the island.
On 27 February 2018, the board of the Green Climate Fund approved the application of Grenada to finance its climate resilience in the water sector in Grenada G-Cruise project. The project proposal, which is the fruit of 2 years of work from the government of Grenada, GIZ and NOASA, introduced a complete paradigm shift in the water sector of Grenada. On 22nd November 2019, the funding appraisal agreement signed between GIZ and GCF became effective, which opened the door for the start of this project. The presence at the head of G-Cruise Water Program for Grenada, Hans Werner Tyson, is welcoming for NOASA, as it will usher what can be described as the start of work for Grenada's single largest investment ever in the water sector of $125 million. 10 water storage tanks will be constructed, coupled with the upgrading of the water distribution network throughout the island.
So you know that at the moment there's not enough storage for water supply in the island, and the idea is to strengthen the water reservoirs, 2 of the water reservoirs here in the island, so that they can store more water, and then to construct a lot of, really, I think it's more than 9 or 10 different tanks all over the island and also in the other islands in Kariakou, and to make sure that in the case of a hurricane or in the case of a drought, there's enough water available for the people. That was not the case at the moment. Yeah, we have to say that at the moment there's not enough storage space for the people to get enough water during a drought. This is the main part. Also here there's a grant agreement, so-called grant agreement. It's an investment fund for the Ministry of Finance, which will be then implemented by NOASA to build up all these tanks and facilities.
The project addresses 2 main climate risks and vulnerabilities of Grenada: freshwater availability and disaster preparedness.
Businessmen within the construction sector on the weekend cleared the hardened concrete on Lothers Lane caused by spills from trucks. The concrete posed a hazard, especially for pedestrians using the busy road. Rena Pear tells us more.
It was a day of giving back on Sunday as 12 businessmen and community members came together to clean Lotus Lane in St. George, hardened pillars of concrete. After observing the struggles by students and other pedestrians using the lane, the businessmen saw the spill as a safety hazard. Desmond John, manager of Sunrise Construction, Inc., one of the volunteers, spoke of the cleanup.
We are from the Maras Hill, Tempe area, and a group of us decided when we are traveling in the morning, we are seeing the inconvenience that the students and the employees of the ministry, of the ministerial complex face when they are competing with the oncoming traffic while they are walking down the lane to go to their institutions. So we decided that we will come together and make a reasonable contribution by volunteering to clean up the concrete spill exists on the left-hand side of the road. That will make it easy for pedestrians to traverse.
With the spills removed, pedestrians can now walk safely along the side of the road without getting into the busy traffic. As men and parents, the men felt a sense of responsibility in ensuring students, among others, are safe.
Generally, we went to GBSS, and our wives went to high school, and our kids attend GBSS High School and TAMCC. So we just felt we had a burden and a responsibility to an obligation to make a contribution. I mean, it's a nice time to make a contribution because this is independence, everybody making a commitment. GBSS is experiencing 135 years of existence. So we just thought it would be a worthwhile gesture. Kellon Noel from Tempe, the guys from by Ching Hotspot that limes in the shop down there.
The cleanup started from the roundabout at the top of Lotus Lane and ended at the roundabout in Tantina. John says the initiative was also supported by other corporate businesses.
So the Bobcat and the truck was donated by Universal Services, Sunrise Construction. They donated the demolition hammers and the generators. We got a reflective vest from On the Spot Hardware. the gas station at Burns Point, they made a contribution for the fuel. So together was a whole community gesture to make an independent contribution for independence and a contribution towards the nation, because we understand that the government, they have their challenges with a lot of broken roads all over Grenada. They have their work cut out, but we felt as citizens who own some resources, we could come together and make a reasonable contribution that will benefit quite a few students and employees that traverse the Lotus Lane.
The businessman hopes that as time progresses, there will be other community projects like these that they will embark on. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Grenada, 1795. One man with a sense of destiny.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise. Julian Fedor, a Heritage Theatre production, written and directed by Chris Derriggs, 28th and 29th March, 4th and 5th April at the Trade Center.
People was not made to live like this. It's like we have a cause.
Julian Fedor, an action-packed historical drama.
I see blood falling from the sky, filling up that mountain river, flowing from Belvedere Hills. I see blood.
4 big nights of theater, the play the nation has been waiting to see, with Sam Ogilvy, Lisa Grappy James, Robert White, Dale Devine, and other top-of-the-line acting talents. Opening Saturday, 28th March. Get your tickets now.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Make no excuse. Claim those fitness goals with a little help from Quartz. Save big on home fitness equipment when you shop with up to 15% off. Plus, get a chance to win a free spin bike. Shop today and pay nothing until March with Quartz Ready Finance. Make no excuses. Shop and win. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website, otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish Springs off Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
A
What going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Get Ruby Gas. Get cooking. Ruby Gas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Ruby Gas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Ruby Gas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Ruby Gas?
Get Ruby's, get going.
West Indies Cricket Championship Tournament is on and in full swing.
It's gone high and it's gone over the boundary. That's gone for 6.
Thursday, February 13th to Sunday, February 16th.
Crazy like Donald Trump.
4 days of exciting cricket action at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium. The region's best go head-to-head. As the Windward Island Volcanoes takes on the Guyana Jaguars. Game starts 10 a.m. daily. Admission $10 on the gate. It's cricket, more cricket. At the Grenada National Cricket Stadium, Windward Island Volcanoes versus Guyana Jaguars. It's the West Indies Championship Tournament. Cricket fans, we will be seeing you there. See it first on GBN. All the stories, from politics to industrial unrest. Tourism.
Light it up. Light it up.
Nation to Grenada.
Entertainment. Sports and culture.
Great shot there of Anderson Peters from Grenada, the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist.
See more on GBN, your most credible source for information. Nightly at 7.
Part of our
our social media revamp, the GBN is committed on providing accurate information by just one click through our social media platforms. You can now follow our Facebook page at GBN Television, together with our sister stations Classic FM Grenada and Hot FM Grenada. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Grenada Broadcasting Network. They say one picture is worth 1,000 words. Now you have the opportunity to follow us on Instagram at GBN_news and our newly added WhatsApp feature to our news and current affairs department on telephone number 473-405-3052. GBN, with you, anywhere, everywhere.
Wait to see my granddaughter.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 21 minutes after 7 this morning. We are getting it going this morning, and we are speaking with a group I'm sure a lot of people know and know what they bring when they take the stage. We're talking about Crescendo. They have a concert coming up, their annual concert, and I have a foundation member in studio with me this morning, Mr. Wade Phillip. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Rosalind. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great.
Nice. Crescendo, this is a group that has been around for as far back as I can remember.
21 years.
21 years.
Yes.
Before we get into the concert, give us some background about Crescendo, how you started, and maybe some of the accomplishments you've had over the past 2 decades and a year.
Well, we started with a group of like-minded singers who we were part of another group before, and we realized that we have grown and we became mature, and we decided we wanted to start on our own. So we started this group Crescendo. It was about 11 of us. Each came with a different talents, and we decided to form this group. And since from then, we have grown from strength to strength.
How many members you boast of today?
But when over the years, we had as many as 30 members. Currently, with the advent of everybody trying to educate themselves and getting themselves involved in other things, we are struggling a bit. But currently we are about 15.
Right, that's a good bit.
Yeah, we still have some. Yeah, 15 good singers. Good singers. Each can hold their own.
Nice.
Yes.
I've always wondered why the name Crescendo.
Well, Crescendo is a musical note, It's a musical symbol, and we start from loud and you start from soft and you continue and you're growing, and we have the voices, we have the power, we have the sweetness in the talent. So we said that we want to use the word Crescendo because we want to share that sweetness to others, and as we share it, we grow with the sharing. Yes.
What would you say has been the greatest accomplishment of Crescendo over the past 21 years?
Staying together for 21 years.
True.
And bringing good music to people, to our audience. Good classical music to people.
What sort of opportunities has the group had?
Many opportunities. We would have sung in many. We would have sung in many national occasions, weddings, funerals,
any occasion you can think about it, we get an opportunity to sing.
Right.
Yeah. We have never traveled. We're hoping that we could travel one day, but we have never traveled. But we're being recognized nationally.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a concert coming up that I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to it. This is not the first one you're doing, yes?
No. We have done The Weakness. We have done all sorts of... I mean, I cannot recall some of them now, but we have a lot of classical pieces and so on. But this year, we're thinking about the lovers. You know, we want to ensure that lovers, not just lovers in terms of man and woman, but family, you know, because we have love shared in many different ways. And we want to ensure that people get an opportunity to hear good love songs.
Nice.
Good love songs.
So give us some details when it's taking place, where, and so.
It's on the 15th of February, that's Saturday coming, at the St. Joseph Convent, starting at 8 p.m. Ticket costs $30.
Where can we get tickets?
From any member.
Right.
Yeah. You have people like Martin Cadet, Lisa McDonald, Jay McDonald, Gillian Nichols, Fiona Sandy, Lynette Saunders, Candia. So you can get from many members.
What can patrons expect when you come to this concert? I mean, I know your past speaks for itself in terms of the quality, but what sort of vibe should I feel when I come to hear love songs?
Love. Because our title is Love Will Be Your Home. So you'll find a home with us when you come to listen to us. You'll find a sense of peace, good harmony, good melody, great singing.
Are you able to share with us some of the songs that you'll be doing? Maybe not all, but some.
We're doing things like Love Will Be Your Home, Speak Softly, Sentimental Journey, and just a few. And then we have other solos and duets and so on.
Right.
Yeah.
Bringing a group of people together to do something as big as this, you tend to butt heads. How easy it is for one, the song selection, the melody, not necessarily the melody, but who would sing which parts and putting the entire production together.
We are so fortunate and so blessed to have a musical director, Miss Mary Fletcher. So the task is made easy for us. She does the tedious part. She will select the songs. I mean, we discussed the songs that we would have done, and she would have get the music and so on and do all the practicing and so on. Miss Mary Fletcher is the backbone of the group. And without her, honestly, we can't have a concert.
Right.
Yeah, so we must recognize Miss Mary Fletcher. Musically, she's the best in Grenada.
Nice.
As a player, organist, best. She's good, real good.
Yeah. And with the years that she has under her belt, it's not surprising.
Yeah, and a lot of professional years. What you wouldn't get from the regular conductor and musical director, you get it from her. She is not just the music, but the dynamics of the singing and so on, the diction, the clarity and everything else. She brings that to us.
I think she understands the craft.
Music. Yes. And she's passionate about it.
Exactly.
Very passionate about it.
She's not doing it just because. She's doing it because she has a passion.
She has a love for it.
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes we get upset at times, but we know it's for a good purpose. Right. You know, it's for a good purpose, and she takes some music seriously, very seriously. Is she not satisfied with a piece? No matter if we satisfy as a group, she says, "No, I'm not satisfied." We leave it out, and we cannot argue. We cannot argue on that.
I like that.
Yes.
What she says goes.
What she says goes, because that's the respect we give to her, because we knows what she brings to us. Yeah.
Right.
You know, I am a singer, and sometimes when I get an opportunity to sing, if Miss Fletcher is not playing for me, I can sing. Because, I mean, we have a oneness, you know. She plays to my singing, and I sing to her playing, you know. And that's, most of the members in the group will tell you that. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's take a quick break and come back inside and talk more. We're speaking with Crescendo as they get ready for their concert this weekend. Keep it locked to Classic, and the GBN will be right back.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231 431-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
When the soca breeze blows, you could be part of one of the greatest festivals of 2020. Be front and center as the international soca monarch, Mr. Killer, defends his crown. Play fancy mass in one of the hottest bands in TNT and get free tickets to the most epic fest. Is a Hot Lime. And we come here to move everything, shake down everything. Hot 98 is sending one lucky winner plus one to experience Trini Carnival 2020 when you hear this song. Simply call 435-7517 to answer a simple question for a chance to win. The winner will be selected on February 12 for travel to TNT February 19 to the 26th. It's a Hot Lime, the hottest lime of 2020. Keep it locked on Hot 98.5 and 98.7.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Stomp out careless or intentional bushfires, dead out. Youths, hunters, smokers, let's prevent bushfires. Here's why.
Yeah, bushfires. The shoreline's wet, crops should be bushfires. Can lead to food scarcity, threatened biodiversity, cause water shortage with a calamity. Bushfires and watersheds deplete water quality, threaten property, life and security. Bushfires set intentionally, water sanity.
Bushfires can cost millions in losses annually and are often caused by careless or intentional actions indictable under the law. Forests are life-giving. Save them. A message?
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 29 minutes to 8 this morning. You should be heading out the door just about. We're speaking with foundation member of Crescendo, Wade Phillip, as the organization gets ready for their annual concert this weekend at 8
o'clock, yes.
8 o'clock at St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's, and it's expected to be a fantastic show, as always with Crescendo. I wanted to speak about or ask about membership. How can somebody join Crescendo?
It's an easy process. We do not discriminate. I mean, we like you to have a nice voice, but we do not discriminate because every voice adds to a choir. But however, you can call any one of our members and you can show your interest. And once you show your interest, we'll invite you to our practice. And once you feel comfortable, we welcome you into the group.
Have you had, I don't want to say, okay, let me put it this way, non-singers try to join Crescendo? When I say that, people who maybe can't hold a note?
We have persons came into the group who has a passion for singing. May not be the best singers, but they have a passion for singing, and we welcome them into the group. We will take time to work with them and probably bring them up to our, not to the some of us, but we try to make them the best singer that we can.
Right.
Yes.
Right. What about young people wanting to join Crescendo? Do you have a lot of young people wanting to come on board, or how can you attract more
Currently, we have a young man in the group I don't think he's 20 yet.
Nice.
And while he was going to secondary school, he was with us.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess because of work and thing now, he does not dedicate himself fully, but he's still in the group. He's not in this concert this time, but normally he does concert with us. Yeah.
I think the group can attract more young people to come on board because, I mean, you and Mr. Cadet and Ms. McDonald can't stay forever.
I mean, we have to understand the times we are in now. Young people, I don't want to cry them down or anything, but sometimes they don't appreciate probably our genre of music, you know. There's a lot to be learned. There are a lot to be learned from coming to singing crescendo, because it's not only about singing. You know how to. We learn about the craft of singing. You know, Miss Fletcher takes her time to give us pointers how to make us better singers. So it's not just going on a stage and just sing and just coming to sing or your rap or your what and your what. She trained that voice. So lots of persons came into the group, you know, just to learn the craft of singing, you know. So I will encourage a lot of young persons to come into the group, not just to be members, or probably just to come and learn some of the things. And we are losing our culture. We have to understand that to other music, because probably the soca and the reggae and R&B and so on, and persons don't show appreciation. The young people especially don't show appreciation for our type of music now, you know.
What about transitioning from Miss Fletcher? Because like the members, the leader, you see how your attitude, you see it change.
Well, honestly, I don't know who can replace Miss Fletcher. I mean, we know she's getting down there. We know she's getting tired, and we can see it. Currently, she's tired, but she has the passion, and that passion gives us the energy, you know. What we know, honestly, I have not ever thought of what life after Miss Fletcher with the group. I have never thought that, and I mean, you just hit me one day that I have to think for the next interview.
Exactly, you may have to take over.
Well, the musical aspect, as I told you, she bring a great wealth of knowledge to the group. And I don't think any member in the group has that kind of knowledge that she brings to the group. You know,
let's hope for the best.
Yeah, we have to hope for the best, and we hope that what she would have taught us, you know, we will be able to impact it on a new generation to come.
When it comes to how long have you been singing? You started singing before you started talking?
I guess you want to know my age. Well, I'll tell you a long time, since in primary school.
Right.
Since in primary school with my short pants singing on stage.
Did you always have dreams of being in a group like Crescendo? Or it just came naturally that, okay, this is the direction I need to...
I could recall, when I first thought about a group, I didn't have no thought about a group, and I went to a show at Regal, that it was Regal then, and I saw this group, Youth Quake, and I said, Lord, I wish I could have been in that group. I wish I could have been in that group. And about a year after, I got a call from the director of the group and said, we like it because I took part in that festival. And she saw me sing at that festival, and then she called me about a few days after that festival and said, I'd like you to be a member of this group. I mean, I wasn't hesitant. I just jumped to the opportunity, and that's where my love for being in a group was born.
Right.
Yeah.
Youth Quake was exceptional.
Yes. Exceptional.
It jogged back my memory.
It was a very good group. It is a very good group, you know. It was, yeah. And I think that's where my love for singing really became a reality. And being in Crescendo now, it has just taken it to another level.
Right.
Yeah, another level. So my experience from Youth Quake and what I've gotten now from Miss Fletcher, and I am not saying Crescendo, I'm saying Miss Fletcher, because Crescendo without Miss Fletcher, not Crescendo.
It's probably just Shendo.
Probably Shendo. Because I mean, I have to talk about her. I know she doesn't like people to talk about her in that kind of way, but we have to show appreciation where appreciation is due, and she does a lot for the group. I mean, she comes to Grenada for a certain period, and during that period, she tells us openly it's for Crescendo. Yeah, and when she comes to Grenada, she wants to make sure that she has a concert. We have a concert. We supposed to have one for Christmas, and she was so disappointed that we couldn't. And that's the reason why we having one for the Valentine's.
For Valentine's, nice.
Yeah.
What sort of tips or advice can you give to singers who maybe do not have the time to get the training under Miss Fletcher, but they really want to further develop their craft and their skill and their talent?
You have to pay attention to the art. Singing takes a lot. It's like in any other thing. You have to concentrate. You have to know your posture, how you stand on the stage. You have to pay attention to your diction because you want people to understand what you are singing. Your pronunciation, enunciation, your stage presence means a lot. You can have the best voice, and you go with the wrong attitude on the stage, you wouldn't be able to meet your audience. Because remember, singing is not only for you, but it's for the person that you're singing to. I know you act, and you want to ensure that your audience understand what you're saying. When you're acting, it's the same way when you're singing. You want to ensure that your audience ensure that what you are singing. Your presentation, as I said on the stage, you have to ensure that your present is being felt. When you go on the stage, you're supposed to, from the time you reach on the stage, they should know that person coming to sing.
Right.
Yeah, and just the smile you give them will warm their heart and will let them know that I'm ready to sing for you. Even if you give it power, but your power should be sweet. You know, some people shout. Power is not shouting. You know, power is how you bring out the song and then showing that, take it from the diaphragm. But we have a lot of so-called singers who may have very nice voice, but they're very nasal. You know, and we tend to mimic or copy from some of the big stars. Yeah, they might make it, but a lot of them don't have the kind of voices. I mean, they don't do it. They just do an easy thing and they just get there and they make a little song and they make it big. But sometimes you don't get it right. Things from them, yeah, because they tend to, a lot of Americans especially tend to sing in their nose. You know, this nasal kind of singing. And that's one thing, Mr. Richard, you know, even me, sometimes I fall back and she'll pull you up. Where you're becoming too nasal. Recently she said that, you know, so she wants you to sing from there, from the diaphragm, from down there and bring it out, you know. And you have to understand your audience. Understand your audience. If you find your audience not with you, you may have to do something else to get your audience, you know, to appreciate your singing. Yeah.
How important is your diet and exercise? It's your voice you're using, but these things have to play an integral part in.
Well, your diet is very important, exercise, because in singing, breathing is the most important thing. You have to know how to breathe, how to control your breathing. Because if you're not healthy or you're not fit, your breathing can affect your singing, and you might just chop a song at any intervals. But you want to ensure that you can sing, you can do your phrasing properly, because the breathing assists the phrasing of the song, and you don't want to just cut your song at any point, you know, because the words link with each other, and you want to just chop at any time. So you want to ensure that you exercise properly and you eat properly. Eating is part of healthy living.
I understand dairy is one of the items singers should stay away from. That's true? Specifically like the milk and the cheese.
I never really heard that before. That's something new to me now.
Okay, just checking. That's something that I
guess heard. Probably is how you eat it. Anything can be harmful to us, how we eat it in a moderate way.
True.
Yeah.
Right. Let's take another break and come back inside. I have to ensure we pay the bills. Keep it locked to Classic and the GBN. We're going to be right back.
This is a plastic bag. From February 1st, these bags are not to be used when shopping for food. So here's what you should do. Refuse plastic. Instead, bring your own reusable shopping bags and say goodbye to plastic. Choose to refuse plastic. Walk with your reusable shopping bags and help protect pure Grenada from plastic pollution. A message from the Ministry of Climate Resilience.
part of our social media revamp, the GBN is committed on providing accurate information by just one click through our social media platforms. You can now follow our Facebook page at GBN Television, together with our sister stations Classic FM Grenada and Hot FM Grenada. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Grenada Broadcasting Network. They say one picture is worth 1,000 words. Now you have the opportunity to follow us on Instagram at GBN_news and our newly added WhatsApp feature to our news and current affairs department on telephone number 473-405-3052. GBN, with you, anywhere, everywhere.
EC Polymer Notes, our new money.
Here's how you can detect genuine EC polymer notes. Feel. Polymer notes feel smoother than the material from which paper notes are made. Also, the front of each note has raised bumps at the top left-hand corner. These bumps form shapes that are familiar to you. Look for the clear window at the front and back of each note. This window allows you to see through the notes. If you hold the notes up to the light, you'll see the value of the note in an area of plain colored print. Tilt. A holographic foil is on the $100, $50, and $20. The images move and their colors change when you tilt the notes. Remember, detecting genuine EC polymer notes is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Feel, look, and tilt.
EC Polymer Notes, cleaner, safer, stronger.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, 7:45 this morning. Before we get back to the discussion, let's go to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, go ahead.
Yeah, young man, I hope that a lot of people learn from what you have said. You have made viable contributions. First time I've heard somebody give an idea as to what is involved in singing. You use the word as a proper articulation, proper denunciation, proper pronunciation, and so on and so on. And this is what some of these singers fail to realize. They bawl, as they would say. They bawl. They don't sing. And I cannot understand. I usually say that even in calypso, they bawl. And as you said, they do not do proper phrasing and proper whatever or the other things in singing. I cannot even sing, but I appreciate good singing. I do not know music, but I know music just by the air. In other words, when I say I do not learn music, but this is what usually hurt me in Grenada. In fact, and I'm proud to hear that you, among the many people, talk about local talent, not local talent. Because I was wondering if the word used to be spelled T-L-A-N-T. And it hurts me to see. So this is what education is. I think not only doing maths and history and geography, but you have educated people if they're willing to learn. It seems to me in Grenada, everybody knows, and they do not wish to learn. They do not throw out what they have in their head and take new vibes. Thank you. So I do appreciate you coming on the air this morning. These are the people you must bring on air. Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you,
Thanks.
caller.
I appreciate your comments.
Thank you. Every day you learn something, and it's nice when somebody can educate you on various aspects. Back to the concert, you mentioned that there are soloists that would be taking the stage. Who are some of those soloists?
Well, you have Martin Cadet.
Mr. Cat. Good morning, Mr. Cat.
Yes.
My good teacher from
Martin, I'm getting some good reports on you here. You have Miss Lisa McDonald, you have Jay McDonald, you have Wendy Richardson, you have myself with Philip, and you may have some duets that will be done. Yes.
What sort of they use license do the singers take when, especially when it's a duet or a solo, in terms of the songs that you may sing? It may be a well-known song, but you may want to do a different maybe melody or a different note or a different blending of the voices. What sort of license do you have and do you take in crescendo?
We do use the original songs. Normally we use the original music. We don't so we subscribe to them and we download from them and we pay whatever fees we have to pay for the music. Yes.
How important is it to keep to the known, what we know for these songs?
It's very important because Miss Fletcher tried to go with the music that is written in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
So we may tweak it a bit, probably to do endings and so on, but the vast majority of the music that has been played and been sung are the originals. Yes.
Okay. Right. We have another caller. Good morning.
Morning, greetings, Blossom.
Morning.
Yes, greetings to you. Now, music. I love it, but I can't really handle it. But I have a very clear knowledge of what my man just said. Sing from the belly, full of the lungs. We have something we call an intuition. And when we get attached to this, that could just spell out like 1, 2, 3 or ABC. But we have to train our children to get attached to this part of us where we could directly on a profile so we could bring forth lyrics in a certain form, because it's timing and measurement in everything, and so long we get to self-practicing, because the word is practice. Anything a man put his head to, practice. You may feel you're failing, continue, sleep, wake, get up again. So, but Grenadians, we have talent, we are real talent. And I hope that in the future we can see more of our youths and them coming forward and contributing. Give thanks. Bless up.
Thank you very much.
I want to pick up on a point he made, the practicing. We don't go on stage without practicing. So for the past few weeks, we have been practicing 4 days a week. The men go a day, the ladies go a day, then we group come together another day, and then on Saturday we go again. So 4 days a week we practice. So we don't just go on a stage and just showcase our talent and you just think it's just natural. It comes with hard work.
Right.
Yeah.
To put together this concert, how long did it take, including the practice sessions, getting the program together, making sure that everything is right with the voices and so on? How long has this?
The program put together was from last year, but the real practice began in January. Because we, as I told you, we were practicing for a Christmas concert, but Miss Fletcher again wasn't satisfied with the standard of the performance, so we would have retracted and decided to come to do the show in February on Saturday. Yes, so the real practice began in February. January. Yes,
right.
Yes.
And with today's Tuesday, so that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 more days to go.
4 more days. We practice today. We practice tomorrow. We practice Thursday.
And rest Friday.
I don't know for Friday. Hopefully. If when she comes Thursday and she's not satisfied, we might just put in one Saturday morning.
I agree.
Yes.
I have to make sure everything
is right. Yes.
So as we wrap up this morning, just remind us of the details, the concert, when it's taking place, the theme, the time, all the details we need to know.
Something I should say, I want to believe, I don't know if I'm right, but I want to believe that Christian is the only choir that came out from the 20s that is existing currently. I want to believe so. I've been involved in several choirs.
From the 20s or from the 80s?
When I say 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Just checking.
Yes. We were born in 1999. Yeah. So 1999. I don't think I was involved in several choirs, and I can't recall if they are existing anymore. So that is a kudos you have to give to Crescendo. As much as we have a little problem with the membership, but we are consistent. People can call on us anytime, and we can call a core group of persons, and we are ready to go and perform. We have a core group of people who meet, at about 10, who meet every Saturday. Even if Miss Fletcher is not in Grenada, we will meet. And people can call us at any time to do funerals, to do weddings, to do ceremonies, anything that we want us to sing, we sing. As I said, the Christian choir will be presenting Love Will Be Your Home, at the St. Joseph Convent Auditorium, 8 p.m. Ticket costs $30. Come enjoy a night of love with us. Enjoy good singing.
Agreed. Emphasis on the good.
And the good. Excellent.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr.
You're welcome.
I will definitely be there Saturday, please the Lord, because Crescendo is one that I've...
So you definitely have to be there.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So remember, that's this weekend, Saturday at SJC St. George. Crescendo is in concert from 8. That's the end of the discussion this morning. At the top of the hour, we link up with the BBC for the 10 a.m. newscast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Keep it locked to Classic and the GBN. Those of you leaving us, have a good Tuesday. And keep it locked. Those of you still with us, keep it locked right here to 105.5, channels 7, 11, and 20.
When the soca breeze blows, you could be part of one of the greatest festivals of 2020. Be front and center as the international soca monarch, Mr. Killer, defends his crown. Play fancy mass in one of the hottest bands in TNT and get free tickets to the most epic fest. Is a Hot Lime. And we come here to move everything. Hot 98 is sending one lucky winner plus one to experience Trini Carnival 2020 when you hear this song. Simply call 435-7517 to answer a simple question for a chance to win. The winner will be selected on February 12 for travel to TNT. February 19 to the 26th is a Hot Lime, the hottest lime of 2020. Keep it locked on Hot 98.5 and 98.7.